All right, now this is the program that is unfiltered, uncompromising, and unapologetic. So, for those of you coming on board, you're welcome to come on board. Your appearance is welcome, your comments are welcome. And so, let's get ready, quote unquote, to rumble. All right, let's get down to this story as reported in the HuffPost. Vance won't stop attacks on Haitians legally in U.S. Falsely claims they are illegal aliens. So the Republican senator continued the hateful rhetoric that has thrust an Ohio town into the national spotlight and made Haitian immigrants right-wing targets. Well, let's talk about it. So the Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, who's not worthy of the title, the MAGA racist bigoted Republican, and I'll call him Mussolini, wannabe, said Wednesday he would continue to falsely call Haitian migrants living legally in the United States illegal aliens, doubling down on his racist rhetoric once more after spreading lies about immigrants eating people's pets. See, this is the problem. And let me tell you what's going on with this bantering with Trump and him and the rest of the people, the MAGAites that are on board. They have no agenda. They have no central core message. They can't beat Harris, and they're not going to beat Harris. So they want to appeal to the vilest and the most heathenistic part of their supporters by demonizing and categorizing legally migrated Haitians who came to this nation through the front door, not the back door, as illegal aliens. And him and Trump, the Hitler wannabe, or Fuhrer Trump, as they could probably call him, they are not going to stop until somebody gets killed down in Springfield, Ohio. This is the end game. And then they're going to run like a bunch of cowards and disavow any knowledge and try to clean their posts. The same way they're doing with Lieutenant Governor, the black dude, the fat black dude down in North Carolina who wants to be the first black governor, who's caught up in all this sexually perverted garbage. The one who said he wants to own slaves. A black man talking about, I think he's a frustrated white man trapped in a black man's body. That's Mark Robinson's problem. He thinks he's not a black man. So he's trying to bring slavery back because he said he wants to own slaves. The Republicans are abandoning ship. They won't send him any more money for ads. Senator Lindsey Graham is attacking him. Trump has abandoned him after he called him, quote, Martin Luther King on steroids and said he was better than Martin Luther King, close quote. So Vance was chosen to do the dirty work for Trump. But Trump can't let Vance do the dirty work because he's too busy doing the dirty work himself. So he can't take the high moral road because he's interfering with Vance's job now. That's what Vance was chosen for, to do the dirty work, the nitty-gritty, rotten stuff down in the deep south, while Trump handled everything up here in the north. And what do you think that black people are going to do? You think we're just going to sit idly by and allow you to attack our brothers and sisters? And think we're not going to defend them? We're not going to speak up for them? You don't know what mass demonstrations are. You don't know what protests are until you keep pissing black people off. After the George Floyd killing, you all could not stop the mass protesting and uprising in this nation. And they are not going to be satisfied until some innocent man or innocent woman are killed and their children. And they are the main culprits behind all this racist rhetoric. And Vance knows damn well that they're here legally and not illegally. He knows this. And Trump knows this. But it's a campaign mantra. So they're going to keep it up. Vance was asked about Haitians living in Springfield, Ohio, and how he planned to remove the estimated 12,000 to 15,000 immigrants living there. The city has seen a surge in immigration in recent years, but was unexpectedly thrust into the national spotlight after Vance and later former President Donald Trump boasted lies about the city's newcomers eating local cats and dogs. Well, how about this? And this is a stipulated facts. These white folk that he loves to analyze, the racists and the bigots, they was the ones lynching my people here in America and barbecuing them. Talking about being cannibalistic and heathenistic. They were barbecuing them, taking pictures of them. They were lynching them, making postcards and sending them through the United States Postal Service for people to buy. He can't stand to see a black woman of black descent at the head of the Democratic ticket. Y'all still are pissed off because Barack Obama won twice. And you think that Vice President Kamala Harris cannot win. She is going to win. Despite every damnable thing that you all are doing, she is going to win this election. You all are doing nothing but stirring up her black support. Now we're going to fight for her, whether we agree with her or not. You want us to turn our backs on her. They're not turning their backs on the insurrectionists in chief. Yes, what about the insurrection that occurred on January 6th and still lying about it? The election deniers. Trump is not the president. Vance is not the vice president. Joseph R. Biden is the sitting president. Kamala Harris is the sitting vice president and the Democratic nominee on the Democratic ticket. The senator who is Trump's running mate dialed up his attacks against the Haitian community today. The media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, they're here legally. They are here legally, you jackass. Vance said during a rally in Raleigh, North Carolina. And what they mean is Kamala Harris used two separate programs, mass parole and temporary protected status. You're a damn liar. I'm saying it. What about all the money that Trump stole when he was the president during the pandemic? Let's talk about that. Yeah, you all can't stand how then Attorney General William Barr covered up all his crimes for him. You all don't want to talk about things like that because it's true. And then when somebody says something back to y'all, and when we retort and come at your neck, you can't take it because you're thin-skinned. And you don't want nobody reveling against y'all. Well, we're not going to sit back and allow you to continue to say audacious, mean-spirited, hateful, unfounded truths against our black brothers and sisters who came here legally. I'm not a politician, so I'll speak what's on my mind. I'm not up for re-election. I'm not trying to be re-elected. I wouldn't be a politician for nothing because I'll say what's on my mind. So he says she used two programs to wave her wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people. Well, what about deporting all the illegal white people that are here, who came here illegally? What about them? Oh, you all don't want to get rid of them because they're white. Of the Coca-Cola persuasion. So you want to keep them here. But anybody that's black and brown, from Africa, from Jamaica, from Barbados, from all the islands that all your white racist ancestors ravaged, brutalized, King Leopold killed over 20 million of my people. Hitler killed over 10 million. You don't want to talk about those things. but they're stipulated facts. They butchered and murdered Africans attempting their conquest for dominance of Africa. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says those people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them illegal, an illegal alien, he went on. And illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is how it works, how this works. Well, how about this? No matter how many times Trump tells the same lie over and over and over again, it's still a lie. He lost the election in 2020. It's still a lie. No matter how he phrases it, no matter how many times he says it, no matter how many times he denies it, it's still a lie. He lost to President Biden in 2020. No matter how many times you all say he didn't cause and incite the insurrection, he caused and he incited the insurrection. Deny it all you want. You can say he wasn't convicted in court. He was convicted on 34 major felonies. And I'm still going to call J.D. Vance a racist. I'm still going to call him a bigot. He's a frustrated Mussolini, a frustrated Stalin. He doesn't know who the hell he is. And ain't nobody scared of this man. You can hide behind all your bodyguards all you want. We don't care nothing about you. You're still a racist at the end of the day. And don't give us that crap about you're married to whatever type of woman. We're not talking about her. We're talking about your racist behind. Because that's what you are. And a racist can't stand being called out on the carpet. Well, that's what you are, and I'm going to continue to say it. Vance's comments are misleading. An estimated 300,000 Haitians have been granted residence in the United States under a provision known as temporary protected status. What's wrong with that? Which allows foreign nationals of some countries facing disasters or political turmoil to live in the U.S. legally. Haiti has been rocketed by a series of disasters and political upheaval, and President Joe Biden identified the country as a pillar of his effort to expand pathways for legal entry into the U.S. last year. Well, when Trump was president, didn't he say he just wanted blonde-haired, blue-eyed people from Switzerland, Norwegian, and all these other countries? Basically, he said anybody with blonde hair with blue eyes and that has white skin, you're welcome to come to America. We'll grant you citizenship. But if you're from Africa or those shithole countries, as he called them, we don't want you here. Well, if Africa is so horrible, and if Africa is so bad, how come the Chinese and how come the French and how come white people are still going over there trying to steal all of Africa's natural resources? Why are they attempting to pilfer things that don't belong to them? And this is why the average person can't stand politics. And the U.S. allows foreign nationals to apply for humanitarian parole to enter the country under urgent humanitarian or significant public benefit reasons. City officials in Springfield, Ohio, have a dedicated webpage confirming that Haitians are living there legally under U.S. programs, and noted that while city resources are strained, the city is an appealing destination for those looking for jobs and a lower cost of living. But I'll tell you one group of people that Vance and Trump and the rest of these racists and bigots won't speak against. Because if you do, the ADL will be all over your behind. Now talk about them the way you talk about black people. My Jewish brothers and sisters will be all over your behind, and you won't be a congressman or a senator, because you think that black people are just going to sit back and you're just going to continue to tell these unfounded lies like Governor Ron DeSantis does down in Florida. The contributions that my ancestors have made to this country, y'all will never be able to take it away. The patents that they have, the contributory efforts they made to the development and betterment of this nation. Now you better go somewhere with all that BS. The Wall Street Journal also published a new account from a city official in Springfield on Wednesday who said Vance's staffers called to ask about the rumors of migrants and eating pests earlier this month. I told him no. Springfield city manager Brian Heck told the paper there was no viable evidence or reports to show this was true. I told him these claims were baseless. But y'all upset because the Haitians are filing a lawsuit against you and Trump? They should file it. Springfield Mayor Rob Rube has called on political leaders to stop attacking the community, saying the rhetoric was hurting residents. I'm not going to read any more of this article. I'm going to end this broadcast by saying this. Wait until November comes. Black people were showing out en masse. Show up by untold millions upon millions. Show up and show out. Stay there till the polls close. Don't let nobody intimidate you. Don't let nobody threaten you. Don't let nobody tell you that you don't have the right to vote. Show these white racists where the real power is. That we are an en masse voting bloc. And you're not going to stop us from voting for Vice President Kamala Harris. The same way y'all support Trump with all his shenanigans and his bigotry and his putrid hatred, the same way we are going to support Vice President Kamala Harris. I don't give a darn what her record was as a senator and as an attorney general in California. Just like you don't care about Trump, I don't care about what her record was either. I just know we're going to elect her as president of the United States. Point blank. Y'all hate her because she's a black woman, and we can't stand y'all because you're a bunch of white racists. That's why we don't like y'all. You don't respect us, we don't respect you. And since you all have nothing good to say about them, I have nothing good to say about y'all. Kamala Harris for the win. Never surrender. Never quit.